Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, outsiders of all ages, wild week for the Longhorns, but it is Texas OU week. So we got to make some picks here. We will also play the envelope game. We got the full crew ready to roll. We remind you that we are the outsiders, brought to you by Poncho Outdoors. I got a poncho rocking today. Bo's got a poncho rocking today. Jason Dick, I believe, there's a poncho rocking there. You know where else there's ponchos rocking? In October. Go get the pink ones. 50% off the profits. 50% of the profits, rather, goes to Casting for Recovery. It's a great organization. Go check out the pink shirts. Also, remember, they've got polos now. We've seen Jason rock some camo. Maybe the Dub Stool is next on Jason Dick's list. Maybe it should be on your list too. Go check out the new polos from Poncho Outdoors. Go ponchooutdoors.com/outsiders for $10 off your first order. All right, gentlemen, let's get into it. Chance Mock is here, and Jason Dick is here, and the Country Gorilla. How do I do that one? Bo Edge is, yeah, he's over there. He's here. He's ready. We're ready to roll. Let's do some picks, gentlemen. Does anybody want to rush to the front of the line for the picks this week? Jason says no. Bo Edge wants up. Bo Edge wants the first at bat. Bo, Texas OU, give us your reasoning and your score.
Hey, Chance, you're driving right now. What's it say on your clock? What time is it in your truck, Chance?
It says it's currently 3:56 p.m. on Wednesday.
It's 3:56, and Oklahoma
3:56?
still sucks. And Oklahoma will always suck. Oklahoma is the suck. And I don't care if we're 0-40. I will never pick against the Longhorns, against those dirt burglars from up north. They are vile, demon scum, and they shouldn't be allowed to procreate. Yeah. Texas, 31. I don't care if Mateer plays or doesn't play. Texas gets to 31, and it may be defensive scores. It may be any number of things. Oklahoma, 13. Blank off Oklahoma. Go Longhorns. I'm even wearing my icy white brand new poncho. Boom!
31-13. That would be
I'm going all in. I'm going all in.
That would be a fantastic result. So Bo Edge cannot bring himself to pick OU, even if he actually thought that's the way to go. I feel like he's not alone in that category. A lot of Longhorn fans, I think, are thinking that way maybe this week. It's about principles sometimes. Chance Mock, do you have any principles this week to speak of? Or are you going gut feel? Or are you punting? What do you want to do? Uh-oh.
Driving.
Can't hear us. He looks so cool. Can we all just, real quick, bask in that right there? I mean, look at that guy. He looks fantastic. Chance, do you have a pick for the people, or do I need to go to Jason?
I do. Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you. Hit it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I spoke to a good friend of mine last night for about 30 minutes. He lives in Oklahoma City. We played together in the Arena League. He's an Oklahoma Sooner. And I said, look, are you going to the game this year? And he said, no. I said, well, I'm going to go up there. I'm going for the slaughter. And he said, bro, I'm telling you, we're not as good as people think we are. With that being said, I stick to my guns. I say Oklahoma is playing like a team with something to prove, because they're a team that absolutely got the floor wiped with them last year. That being said, I pick with my heart, not with my mind. Texas 23, Oklahoma 17. That's my pick.
23-17. Texas is Chance Mock's pick. Jason Dick, president of the Arch Manning fan club, although he did throw his guy Arch Manning under the bus last week, much like a New York Times writer. We'll get to that later. Jason, your pick.
Well, first of all, I'd like to point out that the two previous pickers have just Bo doing incredible things for his analysis credibility. Says, I don't care what the circumstances are. I will never pick OU.
Hold on. To quote a good friend that we went to high school with, there's three things that I don't want to F with. Cobras, condoms, or Sooners. No Sooners will ever work in my world.
You might want to double check the second one, all right? There's certain situations.
I definitely agree with two of those, but
I mean, know his younger brother. It rhymes with lobby.
Wow.
I know all of them. Okay,
I know.
I know both of his younger brothers, his dad. I know them all, man. That sounds like him.
Condoms, Cobras, and Sooners.
Okay.
Don't F with them.
There we go.
All right. Well,
words to
yeah.
live by.
Chance picks with his heart, not his head. I, ladies and gentlemen, would like to very proudly proclaim that I am a cheater. Okay, and my pick this week, I am going to cheat. I was raised from a very young age to if you can cheat and get away with it, you should do it. All right, those are my principles. So my pick is Texas 24, Oklahoma 20. If John Mateer does not play, okay. If John Mateer plays, OU 31, Texas 24. Okay, so the Longhorns are scoring 24 points, and it's an 11-point swing as to whether or not John Mateer plays in the game. So that is my pick, is 24-20, sans Mateer,
Okay.
31-24 with Mateer.
Do we think Vegas would agree with Jason's theory that John Mateer is worth 11 full points in this game and a swing of the pick? Is it that important for John Mateer to play?
There's no guarantee that if Mateer plays, he's got a broken hand that he just had surgery on. His best skill is running. Like, how many times do people get hit in the hand when they're running?
Bo, he has a surgically repaired hand, and it was worked on by the finest doctors in Oklahoma. There's what could go wrong?
That's like saying I got the finest wine at the local 7-Eleven.
Hey, how dare you when you've got the #1 fan of Buzzballs on this show? Chance gets all his finest alcohol at the gas station. How dare you?
I think it was
Buzzball is the equivalent of the best doctor in Oklahoma.
I think it was a Family Guy joke, but it's like, would you rather be operated on by a doctor from Oklahoma or a woman? You can edit that out. That's fine. All right.
Come on, dude.
Hey, I don't know if your other co-hosts on your other podcast would call that misogynistic, but I'll let Deb deal with you on that. You do your own.
Hey, there is Jason, a late night host, who says things like that, and then a graphic pops up that says, a sexist would say. He just says, look, if I was a sexist, this is what I would have said.
This is what I would say. All right, gentlemen, I will make an effort this week to save the graphic, if you will, or let's get some reverse moxie going. There are times during Longhorn football seasons where I'll admit I just lose grasp of what's going on. I just make bad picks. I picked them to beat Ohio State. They didn't. I picked them to beat Florida. They didn't. And the defense I thought I could count on. I thought they were my good kid. I thought I could leave the house for a weekend. Go have fun with the wife. Come back. Everything will be fine. The car was in the ditch. They broke my coffee table. Things were all over the place. I thought I could trust them. A student turned into a C student. And I do not trust this team because of that. And this offensive line, I don't trust them to run enough. I don't trust them to score enough. I think they're going to have to hold OU under 20 to win it. And I don't think they will. I'm going 24-14 Sooners. And I don't care who plays quarterback. I don't trust Texas' ability to run, to score enough, and that defense let me down last week. Prove me wrong, please, Longhorns. Let me be very clear for the people that don't know. You're wondering, hey, who's this dirty Aggie root for when Texas play? Texas, every time. I can't stand Oklahoma. I hate OU. But I'm going with my head on this one. I'm going with my head. I think overall, I wanted to pick Texas so bad 2 weeks ago. Trust is a big thing for me. I don't trust it. Prove me wrong, Texas.
Chad, I'll tell you. Chad, I will tell you. I told you I picked with my heart. My head is exactly where you're at. My head is right where yours is at. We're at that, but my heart won't let me do it. That's just all I can say about it.
Okay, I got you. Hey, that's good. And if I need to save that way, when Texas, if they pull off something awesome, then everybody can just pile on me and say, why didn't you believe in Texas? And all you guys can just smile and say, wait, we knew Chad was the idiot. That's the plan for this week. on the
Chad
outside.
is a highly intelligent individual who makes poor decisions sometimes, like attending Texas A&M. But Chad is a highly intelligent individual. But we're during business hours as we tape this, so there are no Cheech and Chong's, high teas, none of that. This is me being 100%. Oklahoma can't run the football. Texas got bullied by Florida because Florida could run the football. Florida bulldozed us. Florida was getting 5 yards a clip. Oklahoma's 2 leading rushers are the backup quarterback, the quarterback and the backup quarterback, because they cannot run. They don't even try to run. So Texas's biggest weakness, stopping the run at the moment, plays right into Oklahoma's biggest weakness, inability to run the football. Go ahead, Jason.
Jason?
Can the University of Texas run the football?
No. That's a no, too. Jason, for the first time in the history of this rivalry, the team that wins the rushing battle might win it 46-42.
Fair point. Fair point, 100%. But our quarterback may be mentally unhealthy, but is physically healthy enough to run the football 15 times in a game and make yards. If their quarterback, if Mateer comes in and runs the ball 15 times, he won't play the rest of the season because he will be done, because his hand will be shattered. Because if this Texas team comes out with their hair on fire, and I don't root for injuries for any player no matter what, not even Sooners. But if you don't think those Texas guys, if they come out with their hair on fire, aren't going to try to hit him in the hand with the helmet? Are you kidding me? They try to punch the football out. You don't think they're going to try to punch him right in his throwing hand and let it ring a little bit? And if you chance, tell me if I'm wrong here. He can't take the needle to dull the pain in his throwing hand, because if he does that, he can't grasp a football and throw it. So he's going to have to wear it. He's going to have to wear every hit on that hand. That builds up. I don't care if Mateer plays. He shouldn't be playing because he is not ready. The injury that he has cannot heal as quickly as they're trying to make it. They're forcing it for this game, and they're going to pay for it.
We, of course, we're debuting on a Friday at the 10 a.m. slot. If you're watching us then, thank you, or wherever you're checking us out. So as you're watching on maybe Friday, tomorrow will be 17 days since that surgery, in case you have not been counting for John Mateer.
It's obviously a dick move to root for your opponent to get injured. But if they're already injured, is it okay to hope that they remain injured for like another 30 hours?
Jason, here's what I think is okay to do. I think it's okay to use the word test. I think that sounds civil, and it sounds like a competitive thing. Just want to test the hand. That's all. That's how I would say it.
I just want him to not play. I just want him to be like, hey, we need another week.
I'll be real.
I'm different than that. I want him to play. I don't want any excuses. I think the game deserves it. I think the rivalry deserves it. I'm one of those people. I want your best shot. Like when I was playing and a big time player wasn't going to play, it was a letdown, because like, really? Like you don't want to go into a fight and have the guy with a hobbled right elbow, because then when you whoop their ass, they come back and say, well, my elbow was no, I want your full force. Let's see who's the best. Let's go.
Yeah.
I agree. I want Mateer to play. I think it's stupid that they're playing, and I think that when it's all said and done, he should sue the hell out of everybody involved with that decision, because they're allowing a young man to make a decision detrimental to his long-term health for the good of Brent Venables' job. But that's fine. Like, we'll see how the story plays out.
Well, Bo, let me ask you this.
Texas should send number 85 off the bench to hit him with an egregious hit on his hand. What I'm saying is their offense is predicated on him getting out and moving. And if, oh, by the way, when he puts himself in danger, at that point he's signing up for it. I'm not rooting for him to get hurt, but I ain't going to be sad if someone drills him in the hand because he was dumb enough to leave the pocket and engage. If you go F around in a rattlesnake farm and get bit, sorry, that's what happens. Like, I watched Survivor with my daughter, one of our little things. Spoiler alert, last night, one of the contestants that was a big, physically strong dude I was rooting for went out in the water and got bit by a poisonous sea snake and sent home. If you mess around in the snake pit, you can get bit by a snake. If Mateer wants to go mess around and run around, I'm not hoping he gets hurt, but he gets what he gets.
Okay, 2 things real quick, guys. Real quick here. Don't let Bo babysit your child.
Okay. That's two don't mess with snakes references today already. You know, if you mess around without a condom, Bo, you could wind up with many families and herpes. So just let that one be a rule as well. Tell that to Josh Hobby. Okay. Oh, I mean, whoever it was who
snake references. All right, let's cleanse the
say Josh.
all right, let's cleanse the palate. We got envelopes to come. There's a dick move of the week. I don't think it involves cobras or condoms, but who knows?
It might now.
Let's also hear from some of our great partners, including Covert Ford. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Covert, and since 1909, the Covert family has been committed to Austin's community. For 116 years, we've grown with Texas, driving progress, building trust, and serving the Austin community. Whether it's the all-new 2025 F-150 or the versatile 2025 Ford Maverick, we're here to help you find the perfect fit, just like we've done for generations. At Covert Ford, it's more than cars. It's about family, service, and a legacy of trust. Visit covertford.com and become part of our story.
All right, Outsiders brought to you by Poncho Outdoors. We have a new game on the Outsiders. If you've missed it, the envelope game is in full effect. Gentlemen, do you have your envelopes ready and your incredible – I got my wisdom written down, right? I'm not going to be like Jerry Jones. I'm not going to show it to you. So I'm going to – all right. I got my wisdom written down. Like Jason said, it's the new – yeah, there it is. It's the new envelope with the little weird sticker on it.
Mine says, do not open until the Longhorns win. So I may not be able to play the game on Monday.
Okay.
We're right there.
All right.
But I did just amend it to add a Cobra reference. But that one probably won't happen.
There we go. All right. Got it dated. Got it ready to go. I am ready. The envelope game, in case you don't know, is brought to you by Battalion Fire Protection, one of my favorite logos that we get to throw up on the screen. Bo, let's tell people a little bit about Battalion Fire Protection, and then we'll talk a little more Texas.
We're going to start with the phone number, 512-755-6569. This is a veteran-owned Central Texas company that full-service fire protection, sprinklers, alarms, extinguishers, inspections, repairs. They are certified and licensed, no shortcuts. It's all about compliance and safety all across Central Texas. Your life safety is their mission. Think about it. If you own a business or in a community, when's the last time the fire extinguishers were inspected? When was the last time that you knew that everything was working from your sprinkler system? This is critical because when a fire starts, if it doesn't work, there's no going back. Battalion is the last line of defense to protect it. It's very affordable. It's very easy. Just give them a call. 755-6569.
There you have it. Shout out to Battalion for sponsoring the envelope game. We put predictions. Everybody got two again this week? I got two. I got two predictions this week. Yes, two.
I had two, but a bonus third one involving a Cobra.
Two.
A bonus third one is in there. So far, no points. No points in the envelope.
I'm just saying the Oklahoma sideline. If I am Nostradamus this week, they may want to have a vial of anti-venom for Brent Venables.
No one got anywhere close last week. We'll see what happens this week.
What are you talking about? Jared Gibson played a snap. He could have got 100 yards and a touchdown.
Gentlemen, before we get to the dick move of the week, just another question on this, Mateer and quarterbacks running and everything. We've already talked about it. This is going to be a weird Texas OU. I think we're all in agreement that the quarterback is the best running back on both teams. Correct? We buying that? Like, I can't think of anybody.
Yeah. At present, yes.
So then would y'all agree, though, for let's think for Venables, who's the better, or for Arbuckle, rather, who's the better rushing quarterback for him, Mateer or Hawkins?
Well, I think it has to be. Well, that's a little bit of nuance to that because Hawkins can't throw a football he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. We saw that last year. So Hawkins could be the better runner, but if you have no fear of him throwing, then his running gets diminished. Part of what makes Mateer a great runner is he is a good passer of the football. He is a good quarterback. There's a reason he was a Heisman candidate before the injury. He's a really good player. So Mateer's legs in combination with his arm is much scarier than Hawkins' legs because Hawkins is a one-trick pony.
Okay. Not enough. I mean, touchdown passes against Kent State. That doesn't do it for you?
Well, that's like saying Arch's touchdown passes against Sam Houston State. They don't. There was a graphic on Twitter. Arch Manning is in 4th in overall touchdowns accumulated. Well, because he got 6 of them against Sam. Those don't count. Kent State doesn't count. Their pushovers Oklahoma plays, even their non-conference. Like, their 2 big games that everybody's giving them credit for is beating an average Michigan team and a below-average Auburn team that the refs gave the game to Oklahoma. And if you watch the game, this isn't my anti-Oklahoma bias. The refs gave the game to Oklahoma with some egregious calls. Texas's 2 non-conference games in that same lane, or 2 big games in that same, is number 1 Ohio State and Florida. If Florida and Auburn met on a neutral site, Florida would kick Auburn's ass. South Florida side, which was their upset, Florida's losses are to legitimate top 10, top 15 teams like Miami and LSU that are still in the playoff conversation. There is no chance Michigan or Auburn will sniff the conversation. They will not be they're out of it already. So, yes, Texas has lost 2 games, and Florida was embarrassing. But Texas lost 2 real football teams, and one of them was on the road. Both of them were on the road. Oklahoma has struggled against average teams at home.
Bo Edge trying to talk his pick into existence. We appreciate that. That's what Texas OU Week is all about. That's what Texas OU Week is all about, baby. All right, Jason Dick, do we have a Dick move of the week here in the pick show for Texas OU?
Let's do it, man. This is all kinds of unacceptable. I tell you what, the damn biased media, all of you guys, all right? All of you guys. No, I'm pretty sure that you guys and the audience are going to be familiar with this, but The Athletic, which I guess is owned and operated by the New York Times, is that right?
Really not familiar with the publication because all they print is crap.
Put out an article this week, and I see only the tweet. It says, many people are having a bad year, but Arch Manning is having one of the worst. Is he college football's first flop? And then a link to the article, which reads, headline, the Texas quarterback has gone from preseason Heisman Trophy favorite and projected number 1 NFL draft pick to bold font, a man synonymous with failure. Okay, so this is a dick move on multiple fronts here. First of all, is he the first college football bust ever? Let me just say, I don't pay attention to players that suck except for the ones on my team. And I could just say, Garrett Gilbert, wasn't he like the number 1 player recruit of, National High School Player of the Year, and eventually had to transfer, got beat out by David Ash? I would say Quinn Ewers came to Texas as the biggest, the highest rated recruit of all time. And we turned him into a 7th round pick.
Hey, hold on.
Look, all I'm saying is that players have busted before. To say that this is the first college football bust ever is ridiculous. Also, you guys were the ones who made all the hype. The Athletic, the media, you were the guys who, and the people, the detractors, the arch detractors said he's played 2 games ever and we're ready to anoint him. Well, now he's played 7. Okay. He's lost 2 games ever and he's already a bust. Like, when does the sample size work in your favor or work against you? But most notably, he is a man synonymous with failure. How much money is this guy making from Red Bull? Okay, he is already richer than half the guys in the NFL. Okay, from his own money, not Manning money, from his own money. He is already more successful than I will ever be in my life. So if he is synonymous with failure, what are we doing here, guys? So to The Athletic, which I didn't even read the article because I'm not made out of money. Okay, I don't have a subscription. I don't even have an Orange Blood subscription. You know what? Edit that part out for sure. To The Athletic and the New York Times, dick move. Dick move.
There will be no Quinn Ewers slander as president of the Quinn Ewers fan club. He went to 2 Final Fours. Okay, he's not. Did he achieve the success that his 5-star ranking said he would? No. He's not a bust. He is an all SEC conference quarterback who made it to 2 Final Fours. So Quinn Ewers isn't a bust. Garrett Gilbert spent 10 years in the NFL. A bust would be my friend of the show, DJ Ukulele. I can't say his name. Still can't say his name, but he was a 5-star that went to not 1, not 2, but 3 universities and was benched at the 3rd one. That's a bust. Neither one of Quinn or Garrett is a bust.
Yeah. Chance Mock, any thoughts on the old Arch Manning article? No. Yeah, that's actually.
I think it's like anything else. I think the guy wrote. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think it's like anything else. The article was written by an uninformed moron who, number one, has no history or knowledge of history of college football to even write an article like that. But let's be real. What was the point of it? The point was to have people talking about it, which they achieved. It was a stupid clickbait article. The guy's a jackass, and Arch is going to be fine. He needs a line that can block for him. It'd really help if he had a running game. Those 2 things would help him out tremendously. But to make such a moronic statement, I think, the whole point of it was for people to click on it and talk about it, and they have done a great job of uniting Aggies, Longhorns, and Sooners all together to say, you're a jackass, sir.
That's what I was just going to say, Chance, is if you go find this tweet, find it on any social media, just read the comments, because there are Aggies and Sooners and all kinds of fan bases who usually are just jumping up and down, raising their hand to say, I would love to shit on Texas, who say, what are you talking about, man? Are you serious? Are you serious with this?
When you expect Sooner fans say, what the hell are you doing? Like, let's not, be that hyperbolic. It's the first season of Arch Manning, and we're not even halfway through it. This guy jumped the gun.
Hold on. Can we say, if you want to talk about the biggest flop in college football history, you might want to start with the guy that's got a handful of Super Bowl rings that's already looking at a freaking buyout 4 games in. Come on. That's a bust.
No, that wouldn't be clickbait. That would be a real article.
Well, no, honestly, I'll say that both of them have only played 5 games this season, and everybody's just ready to bury them. Now, Bill Belichick might be just ready to bury himself. I don't know what he's doing.
He wants to bury his head somewhere.
Yeah, wouldn't we all? Okay, so see the thing, fellas, you're burying a very positive lead in this story. The most exciting part of that article is that apparently the technology from Captain America is real, because the only way that article could be written in earnest, like honestly, is if the person had been frozen in 1892 and thawed out in 2025. It is a waste of breath to explain how many levels of stupid it is. It's just so many levels of stupid at the same time. But the reason that Jason's right, that multiple fan bases are all saying the same thing, is because it is not based in any football logic. There's nothing to it that makes any, it's just, all the layers. Halfway through, he tries to get out of it. That you don't usually see that in an article too. Halfway through, he's looking for a trap door to get out of his own article. It's bizarre. Maybe I shouldn't be too hard. What? It makes no sense. But Longhorn fans, here's what you got to know. When you're at the dance and that awkward girl from across the floor starts walking your way and you know she's going to ask you to dance and you do not want to dance with her and you do not want there to be a scene, what's rule number 1? No eye contact. Don't make eye contact with an article like this. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste your energy getting mad at something that is that stupid. You knew this was going to be a crazy circus, and now it's a crazy circus, including people who don't know any football. All the reactions are going to be too strong. They would have been too strong positive. They're going to be too strong negative. Focus. You need to run the ball. You need to block people, especially number 32, and you need to figure out a way to beat OU. Everything else is irrelevant, especially when it comes to that mess.
Hold on. I'm going to speak for the lower portion of this. And sorry, Jason, you're going to catch a little shrapnel here.
What? No.
But I'm fairly certain in the middle school and high school dance careers of young Jason, Dick, and myself, if any female came up and asked us to dance, the answer was an unequivocal hell yes. We're not the good-looking fellas up here like you two that get to pick and choose your dating habits.
We got a new
yes.
dick move of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Why did I get roped into this?
You misunderstand what I'm
Tell
saying,
me I'm
Bo.
lying.
Bo, I'm not talking about us as people. I'm talking about Texas as an entity standing at the side of the dance floor. That's what I'm talking about.
I was just going to say, how many young, heartbroken women in Waxahachie, Texas did Chad Hastings leave in his no eye contact wake? Just be like, nope, not that
I was
one.
saying compared to the Jason Dick reign at Round Rock High, which I'm sure had a lot of females going through it. I didn't know you was the guy that would say no. If someone was coming to dance, you were saying, yes, ma'am.
That's probably fair.
Dance is a euphemism for other things.
I think it is an appropriate, definitely an appropriate dick move, Jason. But I will say, and Chance can speak to this too, but this week is all about anything you can find. I mean, you don't need anything with Texas OU. I get that. But Chance, talk to me about the locker room vibe here. Isn't this a great opportunity for Sark to kind of present that article to the team and kind of, it's like, hey, look, they're dragging your quarterback around the media. Anybody want to help him out? Like, does anybody want to join number 16 in the game this week? Like, is there an opportunity, you think, for that kind of vibe?
I think that has to be the whole vibe. And I think that's one. The article presents itself a perfect opportunity for Sark to challenge his players on a very personal level. Everybody talks about how much that locker room loves Arch and everything else. Well, you can dangle it in front of him and say, hey, this is your brother. This is your guy that you guys have been fighting with and sweating and working out, and you know him and you love him, and look what they're doing to him, and they're doing it to him because you're not helping, guys. We need you. Your brother needs you. Go stick up for him. What would you do if somebody picked on your brother on the playground in high school? You'd go whoop their ass. Use it as fire. Because here's the thing. This game is a season in and of itself, and it doesn't matter that Texas is 3-2 at the moment. Like, that's irrelevant. They win this game. They beat Oklahoma, the number 6 team, and now the cards are reset. Okay, you still got to go play in Georgia. You still got the games against Vanderbilt and Kentucky. Like the A&M game looms large at the end of the season. You've got all those things, but you win this game. Don't think about anything else. Win this game right here. Shut people up, and then we'll handle the next week after that. I think it is a perfect opportunity because it's not clickbait that's from an Oklahoma player like Stutzman saying, I got a Longhorn tattooed on my leg upside down and we only fear God, whatever. Like, all that shit is out the door. This is a real live, like, hey, our guy's getting roasted because we're not doing our job. Are you gonna be one to step up? Because that's what this is all about. It's about guys stepping up, taking responsibility for their own actions, taking responsibility for their job. Just do your job. Bill Belichick, when he used to win games, that was his big deal. Just do your job. We got 11 guys. You don't have to do all 11 jobs. Just do yours, and we'll be fine.
Mike Gundy is currently without work. Can we get a pinch yells at a reporter for being unfair to a kid who does everything right? All right. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 54 and unemployed.
He could have an opportunity for a big thank you. Big thank you note could go from Sark to The Athletic when this is all said and done. A while ago, I watched the Billy Joel documentary, and Billy Joel, his song Only the Good Die Young, it really hit big when this archdiocese got on him because of what he said about Catholic girls in the song. Billy Joel reached out to the archdiocese to say, hey, can you please get mad at my next song? Because it'll really help me out if you could do it. Sark may have an opportunity afterwards to write The Athletic. Hey, guys, thank you so much for that article. Could you please write another one for the Kentucky game? Please. Can you please keep writing those articles? We'll see. Chance just entered a tunnel. Did anybody see that? That was,
Chance is okay.
Is that a tunnel? Is that what that was? What just happened? Chance, that's it. Look at that.
Bridges and tunnels. That's always the fear. Bridges and tunnels.
Oh, there it is. Tunnels are very slimming, though. That's what they say. All right, there's your dick move of the week. Before we wrap up, let's also get you a little bit of artistic ability. You know the old saying about from the mouths of babes? Well, this is from the pencils and the paintbrushes and the minds of babes, because this is the inspiration of a 4-year-old genius. The 4-year-old child of the owner, one of the owners of Last Stand Hats, started drawing, coming up with ideas. And they're like, you know what? Those would make badass hats. And here we go. Look at this series over here. Look at this. New Longhorn. You got the Doodle Big Cat, the Doodle Hog. Chance's favorite is the Doodle Bird over here. You get a little UTA vibe. Look at there. So you got elephant. You got ducks. Got another Longhorn down here. See this one? Doodle Horn. This was the first one that came out.
That's the happier version.
Yeah, a little happier. The Texas State vibe. If you got SMU people, look at that. See there? That's just happy right there. You got a little frog going on over here too. Maybe a little TCU vibe for the people. Occupied left field, all kinds of Longhorn stuff. If you want the Not an Aggie hat, go right ahead and get after that as well. Last Stand Hats, the true fans brand. And of course, they also have the Outsiders hats. If you have not gotten an Outsiders hat, you need to get one. It's incredible. This would be the white variety, just like in the picture. 12 different color combos. Legitimately worth a shit, right on there, just like your grandmother's been asking for. Put it on her Christmas gift list. Use the code OUTSIDERS10 to make sure you get the deals at Last Stand Hats. Go after that membership card we've shown you, all the cool Longhorn stuff. There's other schools represented as well. Thanks to Last Stand Hats for being a great partner of ours. All right, gentlemen, before we wrap, the picks are in. Everybody's picking Texas except me and Jason if Mateer plays. It's well done. Well hedged, Jason Dick. That's well done. Anything else we need to throw out? Texas OU, the week, the game, anything else? We got maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 minutes here, maybe something like that. Any more thoughts?
I think we'll let Chance go watch his son play football, and we'll reconvene. Tell him about where you're going to be at on Saturday, though, Chad. People need to come visit you.
Oh, that's true. If you want to, if you need a place to watch the game, I always say you should never watch this game alone. My radio partner from years ago, Kevin Dunn, used to say it. First guy I heard, he's like, no one should ever watch Texas OU by themselves. I believe that is true. Come watch it with us at TCH Social Austin 183 and Anderson Mill. Check those specials. $2 select drafts, $3 jellyfish. That's where I'm going. Hey, jellyfish people, Pine House fans, you know what that means, right? You understand what I'm saying? $3 jellyfish. And I'm not telling you they put it in a thimble. It's a pint glass. Like it's a pint of jellyfish for $3. $4 Fanatic cocktail. I've had it. It's tasty. The wings are getting more and more talk. Come out and try the wing special as well. They got great food. That screen is the biggest in the ATX. And we got the post-game show talking about what these two coaches come up with in Dallas. Shout out to the Lowy Law Firm for sponsoring it. Pile on in. Hopefully, we start at the 2-minute warning and Texas is handling their business. Somehow I feel like this one may go to the end, though. Maybe we have to wait till the end of the game to get started. But pile on in, and we'll get started as soon as we possibly can this week. 183 and Anderson Mill, come see us. We will also have, what's the other game? Oh, Indiana-Oregon. We'll have the Indiana-Oregon game on, kind of peeking in on the Big Ten. All right, Chance, you good? We're going to see the Sun perform right now?
Oh, yeah. We're going to watch the play at Mr. Edge's wife's alma mater.
Beautiful. All right. Very nice.
All right. My wife is a proud graduate of Lamar High School, where she was a cheerleader. And little known fact, her cheerleader buddy, the one she had to decorate the locker and buy Subway sandwiches for before every game, was Longhorn legend Roderick Babers.
Oh, look at that.
She knew Rod before I did.
She had to buy him sandwiches? What the topple the patriarchy? What's going on here?
That's how it worked at Lamar. She had to decorate his locker and bring him his favorite food for game day. And he liked Subway.
No truth to the rumor that every time she pitched the sandwich to him, he dropped it. No truth to that rumor.
100% truth. She had to put it in the locker or whatever.
Had to set it in the locker. Yeah. All right. That will do it. Let's remind you, we're the Outsiders, brought to you by Poncho Outdoors. PonchoOutdoors.com/outsiders for $10 off your first order. Don't forget about the pink stuff in October. 50% of the profits go to that great organization, Casting for Recovery, helping fund free fly fishing wellness retreats for for breast cancer patients. That is awesome. And remember, fellas, you just might be with a woman who loves a man in a pink shirt. Ask the question. You just never know. Plus, Poncho's got polos now, the field polo. Those are the first 4. You know they won't be the last 4. Go check them out at ponchooutdoors.com/outsiders for $10 off your first order. All right, Chance is off to be a dad and a coach and everything all at once. Hopefully he won't get thrown out of the game for yelling and screaming and hollering. We will get you an Outsiders next week. It will be Kentucky week. I believe that's right. Yes, it'll be Kentucky week, night game in Kentucky. And obviously we'll talk about what happens in Texas OU. So one Outsiders next week will debut on Tuesday at 10 a.m. All the thoughts, reactions to what happens in Dallas, a little bit of talk on Kentucky, picks for the game. Everything will happen. One show next week. So come see us for that. Thank you all for checking it out today, whether it's Friday or maybe as we're getting ready for the game. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and getting your notifications. Until next time, we are the Outsiders, and we are legitimately worth the shit. See ya.